Think you could even do the show without headphones now?
Yeah, I could do it.
It would throw you off the whole time, though, right?
Yeah, I think I pay enough attention to the little bars to like where it would sound fine. But yeah, I think I'd constantly be like, I don't know if that's picking up good enough. Ooh. You ready for today? Big episode.
Is it?
Yeah, we're gonna do the what is this song about?
Okay.
With my song.
Do you know your lyrics by heart?
I have them
Or are you
written
gonna read
down
'em?
so I don't mess them up, but I do know them. Yes.
Are you gonna rap them to me?
No, I'm gonna read them just like we do
Okay.
the regular ones. Don't want any inflection, giving you any hints. You ready for this?
Now,
I'm
what
sorry,
else
go
are we
ahead.
gonna do? Because I had a request that we do another song on top of that one
Okay.
for another artist that died.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do both of them.
Okay.
All right. Sweet. What up, co-workers? Hard at Work show where we talk about nerd stuff we talk about at work to distract us from work, recorded at work. I'm Hard at Work Matt. Right across from me, my moral compass, Darth Vader himself, Thanos in the flesh, the wearer of hats, the one who snaps, the art director, Hard at Work Nick. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing? I almost forgot that I had to say something in the beginning. I
Why?
was about to look something up.
Oh,
And I
don't
was
do
like,
that.
Oh, he threw it to me.
Don't be a dummy, man. Come on. It is September 23rd. We're recording an episode. I just want to dive into this right now before we get any further in and just elephant in the room. Yes, there was a state of play this very day that you're listening to the show that we will not talk about because
Yeah, I thought it was.
it's
Oh,
tomorrow.
you're
Today
right.
is today. We're not going to talk about it because we have the worst timing in the
Yeah,
world.
If we were going to try and include it, we wouldn't be able to drop our episode until Wednesday. We're just not willing to compromise.
Not willing to compromise. I mean, could we watch it and then really scrape by and probably post it Tuesday? Yes, but then we wouldn't be able to watch the show or we wouldn't be able to watch the movie that we need to watch for October coming up. We're on a very tight schedule here, guys. It's hard at
Who
work.
does Sony think they are? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Idiots. They're the ones that stole Spider-Man away from Marvel. What a bunch of dummies. I don't know, man. I hate them. I hate them and I love them all at the same time. It's a rough place to be with a company. You know what I mean?
I read an interesting headline the other day. I actually read the article too, but it was very guessy. There was this could happen and what if?
Mm-hmm.
And it had to do with Sony.
Yeah.
You want to hear it?
Absolutely.
Or do you want to get in a week in review first?
Did you read it over the course of the
I
week?
read it last week.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Though hard to believe, Matt and Nick have lives. This is their story. This is their week in review.
All right, now tell me about it officially.
So it was conjecturing about how Marvel could still get Spider-Man. Because I
Okay.
think there's devious minds out there
Oh,
that are just
man.
how can we make this happen?
Yeah.
And one of the ideas is apparently Apple, who's doing some original TV and stuff like that, is in the market for a production company, a film production company.
Okay.
And they were like, what if they put a huge bid on Sony Pictures? Because if Sony Pictures was to get purchased, the rights to Spider-Man, the way the contract is written, the rights to Spider-Man would just go back to Disney.
Huh. That's interesting.
Flat out. That would not pass along with it. Which is actually probably a mark against Apple doing it because that would be their most...
Lucrative. Yeah,
Lucrative
what, they want
property.
fucking James Bond? With
But if they just
crack-ass Daniel
want
Craig?
a production company and all that comes with that, a ready-made production company, maybe they don't care what the properties are.
There's been long-standing rumors and conjecture that Sony Pictures wants to split, or they want, whoever is the people that are making the decisions there wants to split Sony Pictures away from Sony Electronics and that away from PlayStation as a brand. They want it to all be its own thing. Mostly coming from the Sony side or the PlayStation side because they kill shit and then everybody else fucks everything up.
Yeah,
Apparently.
I guess I don't blame them there. Like the only bad thing about PlayStation is that Sony's in the name.
Yeah, it's like fucking fantastic, and then there's that. Well, this actually, I think we talked about this a little bit. I was watching a video about the What If series because I had made a lot of assumptions about that. And I was like, just assuming it would be 6 episodes, just like everything else. But then I actually was watching this video, and they were talking about that was the only one that was confirmed to have more than 6, and it was 23, which is the number of movies. And as I was watching it, I was like, that's awesome. That means they're going to do something for every movie and like show us how things could have went. But then I was like, oh, but that also means this must be old because this should only be 21 movies because they're not going to touch the Spider-Man stuff. But then later on in the video, they were like, and a caveat to this whole thing is Sony doesn't have the small screen rights, like TV show rights to Spider-Man, only the movie rights. So, will they do that? I don't know if they want to muddy the waters anymore and like continue talking about Spider-Man if he's not going to be able to be in their movies. But
I wonder if Tom Holland is he like a Sony signed actor now? Or could they be like, fine, we'll just do a fucking Spider-Man series then?
I would think that there's something in there that says you can't play the same character for somebody else. I don't know though. Like I don't know if that's ever confirmed, but that was long rumored. Like when you were working on a Marvel project, you were barred from other comic book properties until so long after your last film or whatever. I don't know if that's true
because I'm pretty sure Brolin played Thanos and Cable in the same year.
No, he did. He definitely did. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how much of that is true and how much of that is just people assuming, or like how much of that mattered because he was a CGI character, not a face character, or because he wasn't one of the heroes. He was a villain anyway, and he was already Thanos before he was Deadpool, or was he signed on for Deadpool before he was signed on for Thanos? I don't know. Because that stuff's a little murky. But can Thor be like, I'm in Thor Love and Thunder this year, and next year I'm also going to play Superman? I don't know. I don't know.
A rad Superman.
He would be a rad Superman.
Long, flowing blonde hair.
Keep the blonde, yeah. I don't know, man. I'm sad. I'm saddened by this whole situation.
It's going to get worked out one way or another.
We
I'm
keep
convinced.
saying that. I don't know if it's true.
I just think Feige's playing that like, oh no, it's fine. It came to an end, but we told the story we wanted to tell. No, you didn't.
But what is he supposed to say?
Exactly. He's saying what he needs to say for now, but these talks are happening right now.
Way smarter people than us work there. So
Sony's playing hardball now, but Disney will get it.
when their next movie comes out and makes $1 billion, they're going to be like, yeah, fuck it. We don't need you. Did you hear about Morbius, the living vampire? Grossed $750 million.
You don't think there's enough angry MCU fans that'll boycott that shit? Or at least trash it online and then like guarantee that it won't get a second one.
Can you trash something more than people trash Venom?
Exactly. And do you think a Venom 2 is going to make the same amount of money?
Oh,
Venom 1 made?
100%. Because so much of their money's coming from the foreign markets, man. I just don't think those people
but
care.
I just think there's enough drop off here. That
I mean, that's
it
true.
Will go down.
Maybe instead of it grossing 800 million, it's 600 million for the next one. I don't know. I'm just saddened. Like I said, sad. I'm a sad boy. Sad boy.
Yeah.
How you feel about that when I contribute boy to things all the time?
I mean, I see that it's out there on the internet.
So you
and
okay
I don't
with
like it? But if you want to, talk like the youths of today,
I'm trying to stay
trying
hip.
to grasp onto that youth while you can.
I ain't got much more
almost
of
in
it.
your 30s.
I still have 3 solid
You
years.
might as well be 35.
That's actually true. That's actually true there. Had a staple in my tire this morning. You know what I said when I first saw it? Dag nabbit.
Dag nabbit.
That's the thing I said. Not even ironically or as a joke. That's what really came out of me.
Maybe your
And I don't like it.
tire already had a hole in it and someone was just trying to fix it. Staple it for you.
I appreciate what they did. That's nice. It actually it gave me the low tire pressure thing before I left over the weekend, and I was like, it's just change of weather, it's fine. So I definitely could have came back and it had been completely flat, but it didn't. It was just in there. But then like I looked at it and I was like, that doesn't look good. I should do something about this. But it was like a whole ass like plastic bit with a staple through it, clearly for like
I don't like these hand gestures you're making.
what's wrong?
You made a hole with your fingers.
Yeah.
Like
That's
doing the okay sign, but you made a hole.
That's the plastic bit.
Okay. And then you took your two fingers, your middle and your pointer.
That's staples.
You put them together.
You know how staples have two?
Sure, but you had them placed together as though it was one unit.
Well, because I couldn't get them both in there unless I put them together.
Then
It's
you
a tight.
jammed it
It's a tight
into the
plastic
hole.
piece. The plastic is tight.
Mhm.
It's tight.
You're pointing at it now,
So it's-
but you
it's
continue
a tight
to
piece.
put
I don't
the
understand.
fingers into it, and it's
All
weird.
right. I don't know. Well, guys, he's being weird. What were we talking about?
Sony.
Fuck
And
Sony.
how much we hate them because they took our boy away.
I lost the kid. Steve, I lost the kid. What else you got for weekend review?
I want to talk about fantasy football because we didn't last week,
Okay.
and I love pissing off Grant.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the best.
I love everything.
But before that,
Okay.
I have been playing the Far Harbor DLC for Fallout 4.
Yeah.
An extremely old game.
Mm-hmm.
that
I'm glad
just
we're
getting
talking
around
about
to
it.
playing
I'm glad we're getting out. For all your up-to-date video game news, fucking listen to Hard at Work show. Tell
It's
me about
great,
it.
though.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Does this cement this game as like one of your favorites? Because we were both pretty on it, but for whatever reason, I don't think we were as on it. But now with some DLC love, that's also
I
good.
feel like we both powered through the main story pretty quick.
Yeah. No, I'm not
I
saying
think
we
you
did.
might have done one of your like breaks in the middle, but you went back to it and like got through it.
Why one of my breaks? Sometimes some motherfuckers got other things to do other than play a little video game. You know what I'm saying?
Why'd your voice get so high? I feel like
I don't
you're
like
being
being
insincere. I feel like you know that you do this and it's okay. But
Dude.
just be honest about it.
I haven't played a video game in a long time.
On your list of favorite forms of entertainment, it's cell phone, number one, right?
Well, jerking it.
Okay, so jerking at number, which involves your cell phone, let's be honest.
Yeah, I do it with my cell phone.
Yeah.
I lube my cell phone.
So cell phone two.
Uh-huh.
And what are you doing on your cell phone? You're texting, you're scrolling through funny memes,
Mm-hmm.
you're scrolling through all your different social medias,
Yeah.
posting a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What else? You play any games?
I do have a couple games I'll play, but not here recently. I did the one where I run the video game studio. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was dope. Enjoyed that. Beat it. What up?
So much so that even while you're doing some of the other things on the list, you're also playing with your phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying this is a negative because I think this is something that most of America is doing by this point. I saw T-Dog at one point yesterday sitting in her chair. I was watching football.
Yeah.
She had earbuds in,
Uh-huh.
watching something on her iPad,
Yeah.
on her lap. In other part of her lap, the laptop,
Okay.
full-on laptop, playing The Sims.
Okay.
A phone in her left hand, and then she asked me for my phone because we're playing this Walking Dead game together, and she wanted to be able to play both things. So she had two phones playing games while watching something on her iPad and playing The Sims.
That's
all
a
at the
real
same time.
pro
Four
move.
devices at the same time.
That's a real pro move.
She has no grasp on reality anymore. I don't think she knows. She's in the Matrix.
Actually, you know what? That's
She
a good
looks at the
point.
walls and sees green code.
That's a good point. I want to rearrange my list. Jerking it not at the top, cell phone not at the top. I'm gonna go ahead and throw D&D up there at the top because I've become a full-on nerd and I can't stop.
Yeah,
man.
but
I got like. Well, here's the thing.
you can't compare something you do a couple times a week
Sure.
to something
yeah,
you
very.
do every day, like all day.
Here's the problem though, and this is why I want to put it up there. It's because now at least 60% of the time I'm on my phone, I'm looking at D&D stuff, and it's becoming disgusting. You know what I'm saying? It's disgusting,
So
man.
it's leaking its way into other things.
I don't like it. I don't like
So while
it.
phone is leaked into your TV and gaming, D&D's leaked into your phone.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, D&D's on top.
I don't like it, man.
So D&D,
Mm-hmm.
nerd,
Okay.
phone, which is mixed in with jerking off.
I'm using them both.
Then what next? TV? TV's before games, right?
Yeah. See that. Okay, so those are the ones, right? Is where I'll go through those moments, or in my life, where video games are the next thing, and TV's below it, and then sometimes TV and then video
So
games.
those kind of swap back and forth.
Yeah. The ebbs and flows. Ebbs and flows. Is that right?
And you
Sounds
have this
stupid.
mindset that you want your entertainment to be in small chunks, which is why I think the phone is on top, because it's like I could put this down anytime. I'm not doing anything serious. But you don't. It's in your hand all the time. But like TV, you're at least going a half hour at a time, if not an hour, depending on the series.
Mm-hmm.
You're never going to put a movie on. That's just too much of a commitment.
I had to do it because
And
it's
a
a
fucking
stupid
game?
show.
Holy shit.
Fuck this
Games
show.
today are 40 hours plus minimum.
That's bullshit. And this is why I do enjoy games like Uncharted or XCOM. XCOM, I can sit down and play a 20-minute match and it makes sense. Or I can play through the entirety of Uncharted over the weekend because it's only 10 hours long.
So I say again, and you always take this as an insult, you don't like video games that much.
It's not true. I love them.
They're way down your list of entertainment, and anything longer than a short match type of game is kind of annoying to you. And that's okay. Just admit it.
I feel like you're inflating with where it is on the list with how much I like it. Maybe I just like those other things a whole lot, and then I just love video games, and then there's like not room for anything else. Like I hate going outside, but that would be next on the list of things that I fill my time with.
Yeah.
Work is on that list too. I hate you guys. I don't want to be here.
Well, work is dead last, of course.
Oh yeah. Well, it's above video games, though. I don't like video games.
Where would you put doing this podcast?
Probably on a separate list of like things that I wish I'd never started.
But now I feel obligated to keep doing.
I don't know what it is. Every Monday comes around, I'm like, I guess we're doing this.
And you're on your phone the entire time we do this podcast.
It's actually remarkable how good I am at it. No, see, the difference is, I'm almost like a head coach who used to play football. You know what I mean? And he's like, man, I love football so much, but I can't play it no more. So now I'm just going to be around it in any capacity I can.
Well,
So-
no, that coach is physically unable to play football. You can still play video games.
No, that's what I'm saying. My brain has rewired itself to where I can't sit down for more than 10 minutes to do any single thing. So instead, I just read about video games, and I listen to video game podcasts, and I get hyped when E3's coming around. But I'm like, I'm never going to play these games, though. I'm not going to fucking do it.
I know, which kind of hurts your credibility when you're like, doing a review of a game or something.
Nah, because I play games that I'm reviewing. I'm not going to talk. Yeah, I gave Breath of the Wild a lot of shit, but I played Breath of the Wild. You know what I
How
mean?
many hours did you put in Breath of the Wild?
10, probably.
Did you even get out of the...
Off the first
tutorial?
plateau. Yeah, I got off the plateau. The game's just not. It's just uninspired. It's whatever. Fuck that game. The point is, yeah, I mean, like, I don't think where you put them on the list means very much, because something being your number one form of entertainment doesn't mean that's what you like the most. I love being on yachts with bitches. You know what I mean? Crystal flowing. But
Have you ever been on a yacht with bitches?
that's what I'm saying. I've never
don't
even
know if you love
I've
it.
never even done it.
You can't love something you've never
Cocaine.
done.
I love cocaine, but it's so low on my list because I don't have any money.
No, that's low on your list because you've never done it. You might hate it.
What's your? Give me your list then. Let me talk some shit about it.
Number 1,
Mm-hmm.
TV.
What about jerking?
Dude,
Too
when
old.
you get in your 40s,
Too old for that shit.
that drops like a rock.
Okay, TV.
Then probably video games.
Okay.
Phone is working its way in there. Don't get me wrong. Since we've started this podcast, my phone is in my hand a lot.
But okay, so
But I also hate it.
which one do you? Okay, so that's actually a good example.
But
then.
I'm one of those people now that puts on football or a TV show. Like I watch a lot of sitcoms. That's like If I miss a joke or two, I still know what's going on. So I'm fucking on this thing playing a stupid game or something.
That's a good example.
Or looking
though.
at
It's
Facebook.
Like, you're like, I hate my phone, but it's starting to occupy more and more of your time.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it either, but it's just I'm in there.
Well, see,
now.
I thought you enjoyed it.
It's so it just kills my brain, man.
It does. I've noticed it for me, and I know
I
you're
don't
the
remember
same
shit,
way.
dude. I can't remember anything.
Yeah.
But you know
It is definitely bad for human beings.
I have like a 6 app rotation that I go through. Like, this one, this one, this one, this one. And I've noticed I'll get like 4 apps in, and then I'll just start over. Like I was just on Instagram, liked everything I wanted
Maybe
to like.
I got a few more likes in the last
And then
10
I'll
minutes.
go to like Imgur, and I'll scroll it for a little bit, and then Twitter, and then it's like, oh, what's going on Instagram? Though? It's like nothing is going on Instagram. You were just on there. That's I think peak. The happiest I ever get is when I'm playing a good video game I'm super into, followed by a show or a movie that I'm super into. But like the
That's
happiest.
why for you, I would like to see you push yourself towards that. Because I think you're right. When you're playing a good game,
I'm all about it.
you're all about it. You're very positive, and you're digging it. I'd like to see you put the phone down.
Is this
play
hold
some
on.
games
Is
a
this
little
an
more often.
intervention? Zool walks in. T-Dog comes around the corner.
What a stupid interview. Play more video games,
So what
Matt.
are you doing with your life? No, well, I think that's why it's important not to push it. That's why you can't push it. You don't want to resent these games because you forced yourself to play them.
I just know you, and you actually enjoy it. You don't not play because you wouldn't enjoy it. It's just like this mental block.
So that's what I'm saying. Ebbs and flows, man. You gotta wait till it hits again.
But if you wait until it hits, you end up missing out on a lot of fun games that you actually want to play, but you just have this mental block about.
What games am I missing out on? Every
Like,
time.
let's say we had started this podcast as a video game centric podcast. Would you feel more obligated to play games then?
Definitely.
Then you probably would start to resent them though.
Well, it's like, here's like a good example. Borderlands 3 just came out. And like, I don't have a strong urge to play it, but like, if you wanted to play, I would play it with you, right? But if you never say, hey, let's play this game together, I'm probably not going to play it. But then at some point,
And neither one of us is good at that.
No, we're terrible.
Because like I said, TV's my first too. So if I go home and I'll say, yeah, let's play Borderlands tonight. But then 8:30 comes around and I'm done eating and I'm watching something. Fuck it.
Smash it. Smash your TV.
I need that to play the game.
You got a VR. Just fucking put it on.
I couldn't play for more than 20 minutes before I get a headache.
And you know what? And that's actually the other side of that. I have played some video games recently. I played a lot of video games recently. I probably put in another 5 to 6 hours in Days Gone. I played through probably 10 hours of The Persistence. I played that fucking demo of Blood and Truth like 4 times. I really dig that. I should buy it.
You need to push through and finish Days Gone.
I know.
You would really enjoy fighting hordes.
I want to finish Days Gone. I want to get back to God of War also.
Oh, for some reason, I thought you had finally done that one.
I started back on it. That's a good example of like that is a game that I'm enjoying when I'm playing it. I'm all about it, but just getting back in there is always hard.
And I get that. Like I started Assassin's Creed Origins because I'm still an Assassin's Creed nerd, and it's a great game. I was having fun with it, but I fucking bailed. I don't even know why. They're too big. Like I probably played 20 hours of that game, and I feel like I've scratched the surface. Like goddamn,
Too much going on.
I gotta play 100 hours of this.
Also, just so we know what's going on, we never got to fantasy football, and we're also 23 minutes into week in review. So we got to move on
Let's do fantasy
quick.
football real quick.
All right, what's up? How's it going?
How's your team doing?
Fantasy football is a roller coaster of emotions for me. I go into this week, I got a soft opponent. I'm like, what up? About to go 2-1. Holla at
Like
your
he
boy.
literally looks to be the worst team in the league.
Second to the worst, I think.
Okay.
Beside the worst team, John Law.
You didn't have to call his name
Well,
out.
I did, though. I don't know if he listens, and if he did, gotta fix that lineup.
He's got a championship under his belt. so
That's
we
true.
can't
He
knock
can do
him.
whatever the fuck he wants. I've never even been to the playoffs. What do I know? So I'm walking through this thing. I ain't even worried about it. Put some trades in, got some people, got my lineup set up, and then the Thursday's games go off, and I don't get the points I want out of those. But I'm still handsomely in the lead. They're like, 59% to 41 or whatever. I walk into Sunday, though, and shit ain't looking right. You know what I mean? And it's just this roller coaster of like, surely you're going to win, to like, oh, man, I don't know. This might be tight, to, oh, shit, you're losing. You're down significantly. Like, oh, they're only giving you a 20% chance of winning.
I'll say if you win, it's because of two players, Dak Prescott and especially
Keenan Allen. That's what I'm saying. That's where I am now. Now he has one player left. I'm ahead by 17 points.
Both of which you traded for.
Yeah. Yeah,
Your team before those trades, garbage.
Not true, though, because one of those players I had before the trade was Ingram, and Ingram was awesome
That's
this
true.
week, too.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And me and you traded this week.
Yes.
I gave you Dak Prescott. You gave me Mark Ingram. Kind of worked out for both of us this week.
Murray would have been in my lineup instead.
Which also he did okay.
He did fine, yeah. It would have been less points than what Dak
He would have
got
made
me.
out better this week because Ingram went the hell off. But he ain't going to get 3 touchdowns every week. That's ridiculous.
No, absolutely not. So tonight will determine my fate. We'll see if I win or not. And there's a very slim chance that the guy that's ahead of me in my division loses tonight. And that would be perfect. If he lost and I won, man, sign me up. You know what I'm saying? Coming back at him.
Me, as the Antonio Brown owner,
Oh, yeah,
which
you
any
love
of
that
that
dude,
play
right? One of your
fantasy
favorite
football,
players?
that was a big thing. He was my first pick off the board.
Remember when
we're
you
in a
tried to
keeper
trade
league.
me that bum?
I did. I would have loved if that went through. You would have hated me forever.
Yeah, well, I would have. The show would have been over. Never would have done the show again.
But yeah, he was cut by the Patriots before this week even came to be, and he's just out of football now. It sounds like he's talking like he doesn't even want to be in the NFL anymore, which is bullshit.
I'm a baby.
But this dude went from earning $30 million. I don't know how many years that was going to be across for the Raiders, to being cut, signed for a 1 year, $15 million, to being cut and making nothing. He
And-
went from $30 million to $0.
Listen, kids, that's what farting in people's faces gets you.
I mean, there's a little more to it than that.
Basically, that's it, though. Basically, that's it.
But
It just sounds like he was a kind of an asshole, and it kind of just stayed in the shadows for a long time.
yeah, I don't know how far it went. I mean, he's really only got the one that accuses him of like the worst stuff. But all of it sounds bad. And I always say, where there's smoke, there's fire.
You always say
And
that.
there's a lot of smoke around that guy.
That's
right
the thing you always say.
now. That's right.
I like
I
it.
didn't make it up. I just say it a lot.
You just said it with so much authority, it sounded like you made it up.
I just
You know
made
what
that
I
up on
always
the
say.
spot.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
And right now, there's a lot of smoke around that guy.
Hey, yeah, there is. So you already clinched your win for this week, right?
Yes.
So you're starting the season off 3-0 or 2-1?
2-1. I
2-1.
lost last week, which
Okay.
I think is pretty good for a guy who drafted Antonio Brown with one of his first
Yeah, that's
picks,
not
and-
bad. You've shuck and jibed some trades in.
Yeah.
Actually, just one trade, right?
Yeah, just the one trade.
But you working that wire?
I guess.
There you go. What
I
up?
picked up a dude this week. That, we do the fab thing, so I had to bid on him.
Yeah.
It was Michael Gallup, who was fantastic the first 2 weeks on a great offense of the Cowboys. So I put $151 on him. No one fucking betted on him. I just wasted $151.
Sorry, man.
Our league is stupid.
People don't pay enough attention.
He's hurt. That's why he won't
Oh,
play
okay.
for the next 3 weeks. At
Gotcha.
least.
You should
But
put in a little
he
bid
could be
then.
really good. And with me down a receiver as big as Antonio
you
Brown,
wanna
I need
trade
someone
some?
who could be.
Yeah, trade.
Who are you gonna trade me?
For a trade? I don't know. We'll
My
figure.
receivers suck now.
We'll
I
figure
didn't
something
get 20 points on anybody.
We'll figure something out. Don't even worry about it. I got some guys for you. All right, that's enough football talk. I'm hopefully starting the year 2-1 also, but we'll see tonight. You ready for what's the song about? What's that song about? What
Yeah.
what is this song supposed to be about?
What the fuck's this song about?
All right. But before we get to that, I don't know why I did it this way. I want to talk to you for a second about AdamandEve.com. I'm going to keep this one tight, guys, because I've been running a little long in the tooth on these. They like them down to 30 seconds. I do about 4 minutes. Go on over to adamandeve.com. Find something that you want, something expensive, because we're going to give you 50% off of it. And after you do that, we're going to throw in a bunch of free gifts. Something for him, something for her, something for y'all. And on top of that, we're going to get you some DVDs in your hands, and we're going to send it all to you for free. All you got to do is use the promo code WORK. What's that promo code, Nick?
Work.
So there you go, adamandeve.com.
DVDs like Princess Bride and Braveheart, stuff
Well,
like that?
maybe, but with nipples. You know what I'm saying? adamandeve.com. Promo code WORK. And if you guys go over there and you do that, that really does help out the show. So show them some love. I don't know, man. I thought I had something. And then I started recording. I didn't have anything.
The AC knew what was up.
I just want to, like... Nah. Yeah, here we are. I don't... Stop. What is this fucking song about? All right, now we can start. That song thing. So on the 25th, I have a new single dropping on Spotify. The title of the song is Leave, and it's something that me and Boss Man worked on for the last couple months. This song's actually been ready to release, but we've been unable to get any artwork. We have artwork now. Our artist, real piece of shit. You know,
You never asked me for anything.
I just thought he would come up with something on his own, but he didn't. That's fine.
You were like, my idea is a suitcase with some clothes in it. I'm like, okay, we'll take a picture of a suitcase with some clothes in it. What do you want from me?
I don't have a suitcase or clothes. You know that.
And you gave me no secondary ideas, so you just took a picture of your shoes and put it through a filter.
I did do that.
It looks cool, though.
It does look kind of cool. So yeah, the song comes out midnight at on the 25th. The song will come out. I'll leave a little snippet of it at the end here so you guys can hear it. But go on over to Spotify, give that a listen, or go on over to Apple Music, YouTube, wherever you listen to music at. So I'm gonna read through the lyrics, and you're gonna tell me what the song is about.
Okay.
So it starts off just with a light chorus. It's like a half chorus. It says, "Say you won't go. Tell me I can't see. I still don't understand what you mean. So leave. Just leave."
Say that one more time.
Say you won't go. Tell me I can't see. I still don't understand what you mean. So leave. Just leave.
Okay, so it sounds like I'm going to assume this is a girlfriend
Okay.
that is telling you she's leaving. You don't like it. You don't understand her reasons, but you're pissed. So you're just like, fuck it, just go then.
Okay. So that's how the song starts off, with just a little guitar, a little rapping. You know what I'm saying? And then we will start the first verse. "I need peace, so when I lay down, I'm ready to drown. Water over my head, I might as well be dead. Just meet me where we said it all be okay. Now watch it float away. I don't know what to say, but I'm stuck on delay, and I can't speak anyway. And this time spent, it was memories made. Every moment was worth it for the smile on your face." Anything you want to say about that?
So the first part of that sounded like you wanted to die because you're so depressed that
Okay.
she left. And then the second half sounded more positive because you said it was all worth it. So it's like all the pain you went through was worth it because now you have the memories of how nice it was to be with her.
Okay, I like where your head's at.
Read
with
it again.
Okay.
Try to do it with less accent. You started to like rap it a little
I'm
bit.
sorry. I need peace. So when I lay down, I'm ready to drown. Water over my head, I might as well be dead.
Yeah, see, you're just like, fuck it, I want to be dead.
Okay. Just
I need peace though, I guess, because you're just like so depressed.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just meet me where we said it all be okay. Now watch it float away, and I don't know what to say. I'm stuck on delay, and I can't speak anyway.
So it sounds like you tried to meet to maybe work things out, but then once you got there, it was like awkward, and you knew then like it's just over.
The time spent, It was memories made, and every moment was worth it for the smile on your face.
So yeah, then back to what I said. You kind of realize now that it sucks, but it was worth going through the pain because you have the good memories, the
Okay.
nice memories.
So that's verse number 1. I like where your head's at with it. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what the song's about verbatim after we go through the whole thing. You can kind of figure it out from there, how wrong or how right you were. Second verse comes in. I need help. So when I reach out, I want no one else. Fear in my voice as I call to you. The pain is audible, and it's awful too. I got a hole in my heart, baby, aim and shoot. What you aim to do, this is mine to lose. And these thoughts are harsh, what my mind can do. And I just push right through as you smile right back. This feeling is new.
That one lost me. Read it again.
I need help. So when I reach out, I want no one else.
So she's the one she's the only one that you want to talk to about this kind of stuff.
Okay.
When you need help. I don't really know. That's vague, but she's the only one you want to talk to about this particular thing you're feeling.
Gotcha. Fear in my voice as I call to you. The pain is audible and it's awful too. I got a hole in my heart, baby, aim and shoot. What do you aim to do? Oh, I'm sorry. What do you aim to do? This is mine to lose, and these thoughts are harsh, what your mind could do. And I push right through, and you smile right back. Yeah, this feeling is new.
So I don't know. It almost sounds like you're in this relationship and you realize there's a problem, but you push through. You said you smile back, almost like I want to tell you that this isn't going well and I'm unhappy, but I'm not telling you that because I don't want to rock the boat.
Okay. So
I might be off on that because that doesn't seem to go along with the other shit we were talking about. But that's what the impression I got.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No. Let's
You
continue.
said hole in my heart, aim and shoot. Like you already have a hole in your heart that you wanted her to fill, but maybe you're realizing is you're not. But just the thing you said, I push through and you smile back, makes it seem like you're forcing this, and she smiles back, and you don't want to fuck that up, so you don't say anything.
Okay.
But clearly you're upset in there.
And then we get back to the course. Say you won't go. Tell me I can't see. Still don't understand what you mean, so leave. Just leave. These memories cut and the scars run deep. For the last 3 months, I've got no sleep. So leave. Just leave. And at this point, boss...
So this is the 3-month period of you were breaking up, and which I have personal insight on that particular time of your life, I think. So
Okay.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know how much you want me to say.
Well, we'll get to the end and we'll see.
I can say this. You were living with someone that was your ex while you were living with them, but I'm sure there was a lot of strife
Gotcha.
and confusion with that.
Gotcha. Okay. I hear you. And at that
And I
point,
think that was for about 3 months.
Boss Man starts to sing. Just leave. He just sings. He's got a beautiful angel-esque voice.
It's all right.
Verse 3 comes in. I need sleep. Head to the pillow. I'm fighting the sheets. Mud on my boots. Right out of reach. I want to pull you close, but I want you to go. So I'm back and forth until it tugs my throat. Until we can't breathe. Until we can't see. Until I can't feel. This can't be real. This can't be me. I can't stay still. I'ma die on this hill, you know I will. You want me to read it again?
No, I think I'm right. I think this was, whether you wrote it at this time or comes from that time where you were living with your ex.
Okay.
Broken up, technically, but I'm sure not totally broken up because you were living together still.
Gotcha.
But there was like an end date. She was leaving, going to school, and you were never going to talk to her again. Although you were probably kind of hoping you would stay in touch, but this period was just filled with strife, and you were wanting her to stay, but then telling her to leave because you didn't want to be the person to keep her there, and you wanted to pull her close, but you knew that was the wrong thing to do, so you didn't.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think I nailed it.
Okay. Fourth verse. I need peace. So when I lay down, I can feel you around. You don't make a sound, but I know that you're there. Chains off my wrist. I feel so free. How was I so blind? How was I so me? just a fool in love. Yes, so naive. I just hope that you know I didn't want you to freeze. I didn't want you to stop. I didn't want to believe, but I need you to leave.
Yeah. So you're like, I really wanted you to stay, but now I'm seeing like the best thing for both of us is for you to leave. But it hurts now, and it's hard for me to say. It's hard for me to allow it to happen.
Gotcha.
But it needed to happen. It needs to happen for both of us.
Okay. So I played this song for old Zool after I listened to it. He had a very similar interpretation of As You, somebody with a little bit more insight than some other people. I played this song I made this song with Parker. He had a similar but different insight, but he had kind of confused by some parts or whatever. Played it for another young lady that I'm seeing. She didn't get that at all. She got something completely different. And I think it's funny that the insight you have is giving you the thought process you have, because it's not about that at all. It's actually not me. It's not a song about me in any way, shape, or form. And I want to run you through it.
Okay.
And tell you.
You can see where I would think
I
that,
know,
though.
absolutely. And I think that's why I enjoyed doing it, and I enjoyed writing it.
Do you
and
think there's
performing
that
it.
layer, though?
Yeah, I think all that, of course, like anything that you do creatively comes from something inside of you. So yeah, probably, right? But like it was written. What was I just played. No, I'm sorry, not just played. I don't play things. I just watched. I watched The Descent, which led me down a Netflix thing of movies that I watched, and I had watched a few horror movies, and I don't really remember which one it was talking about. But I'll just go ahead and tell you now. This song is about a guy who is going crazy, and because of that, he murders his girlfriend, and he lives with her for a long time after she's dead, but like he's still talking to her and stuff to kind of like get him through what's going on.
Yeah, I didn't get that at all.
So I need peace. Let's see. Let me just run through them a little bit. I need peace. When I lay down, man, I'm ready to drown. Water over my head, I might as well be dead. You're right. Dude's super depressed, obviously. Like he's got a lot going on. Just meet me where he said I'll be okay. Like he's confiding in her. That's the whole first verse. Is like everything's still cool. Like he's like, hey, I'm not feeling right, but he's like talking to her, and she is there for him, and he's kind of like leaning on her to deal with that. And that kind of rolls over to the second verse. I need help, and when I reach out, I want no one else. But like she kind of gets to her point. She can't deal with it anymore. Like the pain is audible and it's awful too. Like we're like fighting about this thing. Like I'm trying to air it out with you, and now you're turning against me too. I can't deal with this. That we're talking about like these words are harsh that are coming from you. Like why are you being a bitch right now? why are you being like this? Yeah, and then and it's kind of like this, that like you were saying, got a hole in my heart, baby, aim and shoot. Like he's already hurt, like you were saying. You kind of nailed that. Like he's already depressed, and then she's like not giving him what he needs, and she's like creating more problems for him, another hole in his heart. Like he's like, I needed you to be there, but you weren't. The smile right back, yeah, this feeling is new. Like because that's when he's kind of like, I gotta get rid of this bitch. And then the course or whatever, and then the next one, I need sleep, head to the pillow, yeah, I'm fighting the sheets. This is literally a verse where he is physically murdering her. I need sleep, head to the pillow. It's not his head, it's her head. He's suffocating her. He's fighting the sheets. She's literally fighting, and he's like holding her underneath. Mud on my boots. That's just such a... Like, he comes in from the rain, he takes his boots off, there's mud all over him or whatever. Like, I took a picture of the boots or whatever. I want to pull you close, but I want you to go. Like, so back and forth, like, literally, she's like, he's choking her back and forth, you know what I mean? Until it tugs my throat. And then you got, until we can't breathe, until we can't see, until I can't feel. Like, he cuts her out. It's we, and then I. This can't be real. And he's like, kind of like, oh shit, like, what have I done here? This can't be me. Like, I wouldn't do something like this. I'm not crazy, you know? I can't stay still. He's like freaking out. And so then it rolls over to the fourth verse. this is like she's dead now. Like, but like he still needs her there. He needs to be able to talk to her. I need peace.
He's going through something now. He needs
Exactly,
someone to
exactly.
talk to.
When I laid down, I can feel you around. Like literally, like when I wrote this, I vividly saw it. Like she's in the bed, he's in the bed. She's dead though. She's all the way dead. I can feel you around. You don't make a sound because she's dead. But I know that you're there. Chains off my wrist. Like I feel so free. Like okay, now I can just talk. I can just bounce these things off of you. You're not gonna say these negative things back to me now. Like I hope that you know I didn't want you to freeze. You know, dead bodies get cold. I didn't want you to stop like breathing, but like I needed you to leave because the energy you're giving back to me was wrong. Like it's just him having problems, going to her helping him with them, but then eventually getting tired of him lashing out physically, killing her, and then dealing with that fallout there from the end. It's a song about murder.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
It's dark.
Yeah, it is kind of dark, right?
Did you murder someone?
Macabre. Macabre? Is that the right word?
Yeah. Spelled macabre.
Oh, I don't like that. Mm-hmm. Give me a different word to use instead.
Nah, it's a good one.
It's a macabre song. So this one, I found it funny because me, you, and Boss Man were all in the office. And we were talking about music, and you were like telling me about my writing style. You're like, you seem a little stuck in this like emotional place, and you're kind of like writing about these things over and over. Like I would like for you to be able to like move on and like write about other things.
Yeah, I did say that.
And this is around that same time, and I was like, this sounds the same, but I have to make this song because I love the imagery behind it. Like if I had like a budget to make a video for this. Oh man, it would be fucking great because I want to murder somebody. Like that would be awesome. And I don't know. I think
you can see it now.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I think from the surface, obviously, it just sounds like a breakup song. But I do like that. Giving one more layer to it is like way worse than a breakup song. It's a murder song.
But it is not explicit. Like
no, exactly. And I kind of like that. And once you've like heard it, or at least for Zool and Boss Man and some of the other people I played it for, just kind of like bounce it off people. I never played it for you because I wanted to talk about it on the show. Like once you know and like you hear it, you're like, oh, like okay, I don't like that. Is
it creepy sounding music at all?
Yeah, it's almost like when Boss Man comes in the background, he's like this drawn out like it's like yeah, it's kind of creepy. It's a little bit creepy sounding. It's very appropriate for this spooky season that we're in. But it's it really threw him off. I don't think he liked that. Because we had completed the song, I was like, you know what this song's about, right? And I like explained it to him. He's like, oh, okay.
I don't want to be a part of this. You've implicated me in something.
I just really felt like I was kind of channeling old Edgar Allan Poe, if you will. With the
Telltale Heart?
The Telltale Heart kind of deal. I think he did other poems, but that's like his one. The Raven.
The Raven, yeah. That is another one.
Telltale Heart is one also, too, yes.
And then there's... Nope, not going to come to me. The Pit and the Pendulum.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds right.
That one's fucked up.
This has, though, in short order, became Zool's favorite song that I've ever made.
Because he loves murder.
He does love murder.
Being an interdimensional demon.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. There's my song about murder. Hope you guys enjoy it. And now that you know, when you hear it, you'll be like, oh, this is the verse where he murders the girl. Glad I'm listening to that.
But coworkers, we all know that I was actually right. He's trying to cover up his sadness with this whole murder thing, but I nailed it.
I don't think that either one of those things don't go hand in hand. Sometimes a motherfucker gets sad and he needs to murder somebody. That's
this is
obvious.
A murder fantasy you had.
Oh, yeah, it was. Fucking A, I tell you what. But no, yeah, Leave. You guys go check it out. If you're listening on Tuesday, it comes out tonight at 12 o'clock. Go listen to it. How did you feel about that?
It was good.
Did you like that?
I'm sad I was wrong.
I mean, I don't think that you were wrong. I think those emotions come from a similar place, but I structured it in such a way that it wasn't just a Boo Hoo Is Me, it was more like a stabby kind of thing. Didn't stab anybody, though. I want to make that very clear. It was
Suffocated.
suffocation. Way more dignified.
But I don't know. It takes longer and like
Yeah, well,
using
no.
your bare hands.
The act of it's worse, but I'm saying like the preservation of the body is better. You know
That's
what I mean?
true. Yeah, less cleanup.
Exactly. You just throw a little bit of makeup on the neck, open casket.
You could weekend at Bernie's or for weeks.
Well, for 3 months. Which is what should we eat today? I don't fucking know.
You could pull these and strings all through your apartment.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. What song did you want to do?
Do we have time?
We have 12 minutes.
All right. I gotta look it up.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Pause it.
In a world where podcasts lurk around every corner,
Listen, we just have to give the people what they want. Get it together.
authors Tim Meyer and Chad Scanlon invite you to an hour of sophisticated conversation.
I just want to rip your head off for even saying that.
Dude, I am just saying what you're thinking.
From movies and TV to special guests, you name it, they've got it.
I'd rather gouge my eyes out than watch that movie ever again.
That's one of the finest movies of our generation.
How are you both married?
Join them every Wednesday exclusively from the Project Entertainment Network.
Messed around with the input yesterday, so now probably have to work to try to get them all at a similar level.
Parker always tells you to take a picture of the levels so that
Well,
you don't
Parker
forget.
can go shove it. And it being himself off a tall cliff. This is day 2. I hope you guys are ready for it to be a dark show. I assume you're not ready, actually.
I'm actually not ready.
Well, because I turned it on like I always do for like B-roll type stuff, but we don't need
We
it.
don't need it, yeah.
So like, this is gonna pick up right after the end of Leave. Go download that tonight. Listen to that, and we should be transitioning right into. Oh, you know what I'll do to kind of break it up a little bit? I'll try to put a show ad in between
Nice.
if I remember.
You won't.
Fingers
Write it
crossed.
down.
With what? What do you want me to
I
write
don't
it
know.
down with?
Write it, like scratch it into the screen of the recorder.
Okay, yeah. What song are we doing today, sir?
I gotta look it up. I forget.
Oh, okay.
This was a suggestion for a song by YN Orion from Your New Opinion,
Uh-huh.
because we last week did an Eddie Money song because he passed away,
That's right.
but like shortly thereafter, the singer for the Cars, iconic rock band, also passed away.
You used to just be able to name your band after just objects, huh?
Hmm?
Or like animals. Here's the Beatles, the Cars, the... Hold
The
on.
animals?
Yeah. Hold on. I got one. Hold on. The Monkeys. The Monkeys is what I was looking for.
And I think the Cars formed like in the late 70s. I feel like they were mostly big in the 80s.
Gotcha.
And
It feels
like,
like
how did you
after.
not have a band in the 50s called the Cars?
Yeah. The Band. Is there a band called The Band?
I think there is a band called The Band.
If there's not, there definitely should be. And
That
also,
should have been the first band.
The Band. I want to go see them. Also, Your New Opinion, Ryan, you said is the one that sent this in?
Correct.
So congratulations, you don't get a show ad in here now because we've already said Your New Opinion several times. So you really screwed your own show. How about that, you fool?
I feel like talking about them is better than
Nah.
just playing some cold, distant ad. that
Here's the
we
thing, though.
Just drop in.
If your ad is cold and distant, that means you suck as a show. And I'm not going to drop your ad in here if it's cold and distant. I only
no, I'm
drop
just
in
saying,
dope
like
ads.
the act of just dropping in an ad afterward is cold and distant. Whereas we've now been talking about Ryan and his program for the last 5 minutes.
You know what? I'm going to drop in a Your New Opinion ad now because now I feel bad. If I drop anybody else's in, you made it seem like I don't care about them. But I do. But now I can't drop in. You know, like maybe I want to drop in unsupervised. I can't do that now because now they're going to be like, oh, he only dropped us in cold and distantly. So, you know, maybe now I'll talk about them for a second. They're cool. They got a whole fucking slew of people over there. See, here's my problem. And let me tell you what my problem with unsupervised is. They were like, "Oh, 1 or 2 people not enough. Let's get 36 people on our podcast. How about that? We only got 2 people we even
They
like.
got 4 people.
But that's twice as many as us,
That is
man.
twice as many
that
as
makes
we
their
got.
show immediately twice as good as ours.
Yeah, twice as good, twice as funny.
Your new
We need
opinion-
more fucking people.
Your new opinion's only it's only 50% better than our show.
Is that how math works?
I think so. Yes,
Percentage is always confusing.
they do. They do confuse the brain. They do confuse the brain.
Like, what percent better am I than you?
It's 0, -%.
You do negative percent?
Also, how long is it going to take to look up? Because I feel like
I got him.
Okay,
I got him
okay,
here.
got
You
it, got
ready?
it. Yeah, yeah.
This is a song by The Cars.
Uh-huh.
Lead singer Rick Ocasek, recently deceased.
Okay. Do we know how old he was?
I have no idea. I
He
didn't
was-
look up
he
the
was
facts of his death.
71.
He could have been 71.
64.
I don't know.
Which one feels?
You want
more
me to
right?
look that
No,
up?
no, no. Which one feels more right?
64 is
Okay, he was 64
I
when
don't
he
think he
passed.
was any older than Eddie Money.
Okay, 64 when he passed. Perfect. That's a fact. Write
I
it
don't
down.
know how old Eddie Money was, even though I think we said it.
We're real bad at this.
All right, so this song's called Let's Go. I
Okay.
should have played it for you before we did this. You want to do that real quick? We got time.
Sure.
Pause it.
All right, we're back from listening to the song because I'm young and dumb.
You have heard it before, though.
I have heard it before. Yeah, once we started playing, I was like, okay, yeah.
Right off the bat, having just listened to some of it, I would have called this song I Like the Nightlife, Baby.
That's fair.
But that's just me.
I like for my song titles not have anything to do with the song itself.
I hate that.
So it's real hard to look it up, you know? Real hard.
I'm
to
not a
look it
fan of that at all. If you call your song something that isn't said in the lyrics, I'm upset.
That's how I feel about movies. Don't title something unless you're going to say it in there.
I do. I feel the same way about movies. I want to be like, they said it.
He said the thing. Give me them lyrics.
All right. She's driving away with the dim lights on. That's not safe. Turn your lights up. And she's making a play. She can't go wrong. She never waits too long.
Okay.
She's driving away with the dim lights on. Does that she mean like the cabin light?
No, I just think because you have dims and you have brights.
Oh, okay. I never heard them called dims though. Like it shouldn't be dim. It should just be normal.
She's got her lights on.
Like,
Sure.
I got these lights on, but I can barely see the
But they
road.
needed another syllable in there. So it's not enough yet to go off of, I think.
She's making a play.
Clearly, she's just leaving. She's got an idea. She's got something she's going to do. That's the play.
And she never waits too long. So is she like an impulsive person?
I guess so. Like she doesn't think it out.
All right, let's see. She's winding them down on her clock machine.
Throw this song away.
I feel like you went a long way to just say she's like counting down the time.
Throw this whole song away.
She's winding them down on her clock machine. And she won't give up because she's 17. She's a frozen fire. She's my one desire.
Hold on now. What? Jump back a little bit. How old was she?
17. You don't know that he didn't write this song or that he's writing it about when he was also 17. He's reminiscing about his teenage years and this girl he knew that had a clock machine. Super weird.
Throw the whole song away. I've already said it.
You want me to read that again?
Yeah, read it again.
She's winding them down on her clock machine, and she won't give up because she's 17. She's a frozen fire. She's a frozen fire. She's my one desire.
Here's the thing, guys. I was a little hesitant to talk about my song on the same podcast that we talked about, like a professional songwriter song. But I didn't say clock machine a single time in my song, and I didn't say anything very statutory rapey in my song too. So far, I'm even if you didn't like the way I wrote it, winning so far, you know.
But like, this is a huge hit.
No rape in
That they made millions of dollars off of.
No rape in my song.
There's
That's
no
all I'm
rape
saying.
in this.
Statutory rape. It sounds like it's
No.
happening.
He said she's his one desire, but I still think he's remembering,
Maybe.
or he's writing it as a teenager. I don't know.
You didn't give Benny Mardones the benefit of the doubt.
Because the like theme of the song was she was too young for him. She's just 16 years old. Leave her alone, they said. Wasn't I am also a teenager. This is fine.
Fine, sure.
What? She's winding them down in her clock machine. She won't give up because she's 17. So, and we already said from the first line that she seems impulsive. So she's also like driven because she's young, driven, impulsive. And she's like counting down the time. But then all of a sudden he throws out, she's a frozen fire. She's my one desire. So is he just like complimenting her in his head because he's into her?
He's talking about her. She's his one desire. She's impulsive. She wants something. It's him, but she's too young. But she never waits too long.
Oh, you're reading a lot into it.
I'm just saying. I don't
hate it. It's very possible. This was a theme in the 80s, so I'm...
yeah,
I'm not
you know what? And racism was a theme in the 50s, but... but, you know? What's next? What else we got?
Music?
I mean, just in general.
Like in the 50s, there was songs about
I just mean
racism?
like in general. Racism was
It was
prevalent.
a thing that existed.
people did it, you know, a lot of it.
All right. I don't want to hold her down. Don't want to break her crown. Okay, so this sounds like he knows she's leaving. She's got things she wants to do. She's driven. She's impulsive. She's going to do them. But he really likes her. He really wants to be with her. He doesn't want to hold her down. Doesn't want to break her crown. Like he puts her on a pedestal almost. He really admires her.
Give me some more lines. Give me some more
Now,
lines.
this
before I
goes
say
into the
anything
chorus.
else.
When she says, let's go, I like the nightlife, baby. She says, I like the nightlife, baby. She says, let's go.
Okay.
That's confusing. When she says, let's go, I like the nightlife, baby. She says, I like the nightlife, baby. She says, let's go.
Again, leave a better written song. We would just keep proving it over and over and over. I wish people were here so they could see the way you're looking at me. I just wanted to also on record before we started this, you go, you know what? I like the cars. I really like the cars.
I do. I like the car.
All right, what's next? Verse 2.
So
then.
it sounds like this is part of it too. She likes the nightlife and she's just like, let's go. Let's do this.
just
She's
feel
just
like-
always like moving.
I feel like we're getting there. We're getting to the point of the song, but we haven't got there yet. We haven't got
There's
there
not
yet.
much left, so that was the first chorus. Then he
Okay.
has another verse. She's laughing inside because they can't refuse. She's so beautiful now, she doesn't wear her shoes. She never likes to choose.
What?
You want me to read that again?
Yeah, read that bullshit again.
She's laughing inside
Mm-hmm.
because they can't refuse.
Okay.
So it's like she likes the fact that she has the attention of all the guys.
Yeah.
She's so beautiful now, she doesn't wear her shoes.
Okay.
She never likes to choose. So it's maybe she never like actually goes home with anyone when they go out. She's a bit of a tease, perhaps.
Is there more to this verse? This song's really driving somewhere, and I want to make sure we get there together.
This is an interesting line.
Okay.
She's got wonderful eyes and a risque mouth.
There it is. There it is. It all makes sense now.
And when I asked her before, she said she's holding out. So he's even like propositioned her and she said no.
We thought this was a sweet song. We thought it was a nice song. We thought he was into her. But I'm here to remove the veil. I'm here to tell you what this song's really about. The song's about an underage prostitute. That's what it's about.
Underage prostitute. you
Underage
say?
prostitute.
What's giving you that impression?
The entirety of the
He
song.
just said, when I asked her before, she said she's holding out.
Yeah, until she get the money. She never likes to choose because she don't want to be with any of these dudes. That's the whole game they play the whole time. Make them think they're special to you. That means they spend more money on you. It means they coming back. But they don't matter. They're just clients.
I don't know. I'm not feeling that.
Give me some more.
I think that's it. Then it's the chorus again. I don't want to hold her down. don't want to break her crown.
He thinks that he can hold her down. She's a prostitute.
When she says, let's go, I like the nightlife, baby. She says, I like the nightlife, baby. She says, let's go.
What happens at night? You know what I'm saying?
And then they just say that again.
Roll it back to the front. Roll it back to the
very
top.
front?
Roll it back to the top.
She's driving away with the dim lights on, and she's making a play. She can't go wrong. She never waits too long.
Exactly. If that don't say I'm going to walk the streets and make some money, I don't know what does. I don't know what does.
She's winding them down on her clock machine.
That part is just bullshit. Throw
Just
that,
poorly worded.
throw that whole part of the song away.
And she won't give up because she's 17.
Exactly.
She's a frozen fire. She's my one desire.
He's watching her. He's like, trying to get some of that. Skip the chorus. Verse
She's
2.
laughing inside because they can't refuse. She's so beautiful now. She doesn't wear her shoes.
Exactly.
She never likes to choose.
Why else would she be taking her shoes off? What does that even mean? She's so beautiful now she doesn't wear because she's getting naked for people for money.
It just feels like a stretch.
Maybe she's a stripper. And I hear you. On the surface, it just sounds like he's into this young girl, but he throws so much bullshit in there that's not unnecessary that it's got to be pointing somewhere else.
To me, it all leads to her being young and impulsive, and he's really into her. It's very complimentary of her, but he's also probably a little frustrated that she's not as into him and won't like reciprocate.
But then he goes on this tangent about, or not tangent, but he says, "Oh well, she never chooses, and
she never picks a man.
She's
She's
saving herself or whatever." Right?
Yeah.
That goes contradictory to how impulsive she is. For one, she's not going home with all these dudes, even though she's so impulsive. What is she impulsive about then? That sounds like she's impulsive.
Just life.
That's
She'll
life. Though.
drop everything and just go out and have fun.
Except then she'll put all her ducks in a row and make sure she makes it to class in the morning. Bullshit. She's a whore.
That doesn't say anything about her class habits.
We gotta get out of this. Stop putting the song in the box. You know, walk outside the box. Look at it from the outside. Then what did it say about her mouth? It said something about her mouth.
She's got wonderful eyes and a risque mouth.
Risque mouth. Come on.
Yeah, he's sexually attracted to her, Matt. That's okay.
No. Yes, absolutely. But risque mouth. You don't say that about unless you heard about that mouth and what it
Well, that's
do.
the
though.
thing. He's saying she's hot. Is basically what that's saying. But when I asked her before, she said she's holding out. So she's really hot and impulsive. I thought I could get with her, but she says she's holding out. She never likes to choose. He doesn't want to hold her down. He wants to let her be free to do what she wants because he's got her on this pedestal. He doesn't want to break her crown. I think I nailed it.
This sounds like bullshit. This whole song
You want
sounds
to
like
go with
bullshit.
your whole prostitute angle? You go ahead. We'll see what the coworkers think. Which one of us is right?
I'm just saying, before we started this, we talked a little bit about the cars and how we both said, or you said, and I kind of backed you up on it. I was like, yeah, a lot of these songs sound happy, but they're not. Like, you know, you got to dig a little deeper. But you're getting one shovel full of dirt in there. You're like, yep, this is the song. I'm just saying, just dig a little deeper, like you said.
I just don't think you have to go much deeper.
It's the only song they ever wrote then that you don't have to go deep on.
Not everyone writes a song that sounds like one thing on the surface, but is also about murder.
You think he murdered her? Hold on, I like where your head's at now. I mean, maybe you're right, but the song, I think, is better if he's talking about prostitutes.
I think that's on you, but we'll see.
Regardless, either way, she's too young for him to be saying these things about her.
But like, it is like a happy. Well, I'm still thinking this was when he was a teenager too. Like he's reminiscing about this girl he once knew.
Maybe. At what point in their career did this song come out?
I have no idea.
At what point?
He probably wasn't a teenager.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe you're right. He doesn't specifically say his age, obviously.
Yeah, he's not. It's not one of those songs where he's talking about it like, yeah, she's too young, but I can't help myself. He just mentioned her age. And matter of fact, the only reason he mentioned her age was in reference to how like young and impulsive she is. Mm-hmm. Not like, I know she's too young for me, but I just can't help myself.
I just can't. I just love him so young. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on this one. But I'm not convinced it's about a girl who's not a walker of the night.
Okay. A vampire?
Yes. And I'm not convinced it's about a girl his age. I'm not convinced of those two things, but I will give you the ground on this one.
I mean, that does fit, especially the 80s of him being this older guy into the young girl, but she's just not into him back.
Because she don't want to choose.
And he doesn't want to hold her down. Like, he probably could come on real strong and she'd probably go with it, but he doesn't want to do that to her. So while I wouldn't call these lyrics happy, matching the super happy tone of the song, it's not sad either. It's like positive.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Is there a sequel to this song?
I don't know.
Or he murders her? All right. No, I like that. That is a song I like. Actually, looking, because we pulled it up on YouTube to listen to it, and I saw just like, 3 or 4 Cars songs. And I was like, oh, I know and like all these songs. So I think I like the Cars too.
Rock on.
Fucking the Cars, man. What up?
They rock.
Yeah. Zoom, zoom, bitch. Why did that get a better laugh than anything else I said?
Because it's just weird. I don't know.
So, yeah, that sucks. Untimely passing for him. I guess not super untimely. We actually did look it up. He's 74. He's old. He's an old
He's an
rocker.
old man.
So it's not super surprising, but it sucks
It'd be
regardless.
real creepy if he wrote that song like now.
Well, I mean, he was still performing it, I assume.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Should have upped that age a little bit.
She's only 27.
Still too young.
But yeah, that sucks that he passed. The Cars rock. Moral of the story here is, songs are about whatever you want them to be about. Fuck what the artist says.
That is the truth.
That's poetry, man.
So let us know what you think, coworkers. Which one of us was closer to the true meaning of Let's Go by the Cars?
I'm just saying, like, where she's talking about the nightlife. He's talking about her risque mouth. She's talking about how she ain't got to choose. You know what I mean? There's just something.
No, she doesn't like to choose.
There's just
She
something.
goes out. She's got all these features that men find desirable, but she doesn't like to choose. And when he asked her, hey, let's get together, she's like, no, I'm holding out.
Because he ain't got no money. He ain't got enough money. I don't know, though.
Is that what holding out means?
Maybe you're right. I won't die on this hill. I'm just saying I think there's something else going on here. That's it. That's been what's this song about?
Part 2.
Part 2. We ain't got nothing else to say.
Are we just becoming a music podcast?
Well, yeah. This has been a music podcast for 200 episodes, so.
That's weird because I feel like we talk about like video games and shit. Why do we even do that?
Yeah, but think about this. We play music every episode.
That's true.
So
Music that we've created
when was the
with
last time?
zero help.
None at all. None at all. When was the last time we played a video game during the show?
I don't think we've ever done that.
So there you go. So it's a music podcast.
It is
not
a music
video game
podcast.
It's also a sitting podcast. If you guys are listening and you like this and you think your friends would like it, go ahead, send it to them. Just go ahead and share that bad boy out. Now,
Don't be ashamed of you liking us.
be a little ashamed. Like you know who the person that they are. Like, should you be
Yeah,
ashamed?
you know which friends you have that would like us.
Like, don't send it to the guy that goes to like church every Sunday and has like a family and like is a
No, send it to that guy. He needs an escape in his
Ezra,
life.
You're right. Send it to him. Send it to his wife too, but send it to him separately. And then I bet both of them kind of pick up on our speech habits and they say things that we say, and then the other one's looking at the other one like, oh, yeah.
You think there's anything we say that people have picked up?
Oh yeah, Zool for sure talks just like me now. But it's like I got a very I say stupid shit a lot. And when you hear it enough times, you're like, yeah, I guess I
So
say
he's
this
become
now.
a stupid person.
No, he just says stupid things. Not just because you say stupid things, I mean you are stupid. I might be stupid,
Oh yeah.
but
I was
that
mistaken.
doesn't mean like I say, well, what up, coworkers? If you did the same thing, doesn't make you stupid. You are stupid.
I would
but,
sound stupid though.
Yeah, and yes, that's true because
To go high like that sounds stupid.
here's the thing for the coworkers out there that don't know. If you haven't gone back, you haven't listened. I think one, maybe 2 episodes. One episode. There was no intro like that, and we were like,
No,
man,
I think it might be the first 2.
is it the first 2? We gotta have something. We need something.
Give
that,
us a taste of what it used to be like.
What's up, everybody?
Greetings, co-workers. We are hard at work.
That's a much better show. We should fucking do that. Don't forget, guys, if you're listening tonight, my new single "Leave" comes out. So go on over to Spotify or Apple Music or YouTube, wherever you listen to music. Show that some love after or before. Actually, at the same time. At the same time that you're listening to that song, go on over to Twitter or Facebook. It's Hard at Work Show on Facebook or Hard at Work Show on Twitter. Vote on our new poll that we have up. This is for 90s horror movies to see where we're going to be watching and reviewing for October.
That 70s one did great. We had a ton of votes.
Yeah.
We can go ahead and say the winner of the 70s poll is Carrie.
Great.
We will be watching the film Carrie.
I'm so excited.
And reviewing it on October 22nd. No, that's not right.
That'd be the 80s.
Yeah, so it'd be the first.
It'd be the second
7th or
Sunday
8th.
of October.
The 8th, I think.
Yes. Yeah, way more people got involved with that one. I'm assuming it's because it was movies that people actually have seen and know and care about.
Yeah.
Not shit from the 60s. So thanks a lot, guys.
That one was a close one, though. Like, Carrie only won by a few votes over The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, my God. How I would have... the dicks I would have sucked to watch The Hills Have Eyes instead of Carrie. I tell you what.
And The Omen was only a few votes behind that.
Fuck that movie.
Salem's Lot, distant for us.
That's the one I wanted to watch. But you know what? Screw the coworkers. They all hate me, and it's whatever.
That's about guys that hang out in a parking lot and smoke Salem cigarettes.
Yep, that's the entire movie. So yeah, guys, don't forget, go over and vote. We got a good batch this time. It's 90s movies. Actually, some deep cuts because I watched a lot of horror in the 90s.
Yeah, we actually had a hard time even coming up with 4 to put in the poll that Matt hadn't seen.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen one of them, but
Which
it's more
is-
important that you haven't seen them.
Because it's my bit, sir. But
That's right.
then we're going to do a 2000s one where it's all movies that I love, and then I'm going to make you watch one of those, and
Yeah.
then you tell me how bad
Be
my
a
taste is.
Nick hates new stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Nick hates Matt is really just the name of the bit. But while you're here, guys, go on over to Project Entertainment Network. Show them some love. There's a bunch of shows on there, and they're all actually pretty good. I'm not going to say they're the best because we're the best, but there's at least a third and a second. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say who they are. I'm not going to say who the last two are either. Mostly because we're probably the last two. Like, we take up both of the last two slots. any given month, there are 2 episodes in there. But
Who do we talk the most shit about in this episode? We should feature them.
Well, we talked a lot of shit about Ryan just in general, but I don't think the mics were on yet.
He enjoys it, though. He's weird like that.
He likes a little pain with his pleasure. You
He
know what I mean?
does.
He's like, I love this show. Oh no, they're saying mean things. Oh yeah. You know what I mean? But also, we talked about unsupervised because of their huge group of people that they have, which you've informed me is only 4, which I knew. But also, it seems like, here's the thing. I don't think I was thinking about the number of people. I was thinking about the talent level. So, like, you know,
It seems like so much more.
in comparison
Their
to us.
show's just jam-packed with, like, awesome, funny content.
And then there's us, you know? So it's like, scales of justice, whatever. Those are the 2 we talked the most shit about this episode. So go show both of them some love. After you're done doing that, though, go on over to the store that's connected to that site also. Buy a t-shirt. That really helps the show out, guys. That puts money directly back into it. And we're looking to start upgrading some of our audio equipment in the coming year. So
What
be
if I
nice.
wanted something I could, like, drink a beverage out of? Can I do that with a t-shirt? I gotta, like, soak it with the beverage and, like, wring it out into my mouth?
Absolutely, yes. Never mind. There's nothing else that's going to work better than that. Definitely not a mug.
sure?
Definitely not a mug. I tell you what. But after you're done doing all that, go on over to Patreon, find Project Entertainment on there. Donate just $1, and that does get you a bunch of free shows. And we're on that list. We put some free shows on. There's questions from the stockroom.
Probably due for another one soon.
Yeah, probably. But we'll fucking
Jimmy
see.
sent us a ton. That dude's always thinking.
Check out Geeks Worldwide also. We get a lot of our news from them, and they put us up on SoundCloud. When you're done doing all that, and if I still have your attention, which I really appreciate if I do, go rate and review us. Wherever you're listening to us at right now, there's probably a rating or a reviewing or a follow button or something like that.
Subscribe.
Yeah, go-
Definitely subscribe.
Do all that stuff. It with the algorithms of the internet, it's all wizardry.
Here's what you do.
Okay.
You take your phone, you type in podcast app,
Yeah.
download all of them. Every
Just-
single one that comes up.
How many of you can fit on your phone?
Then you go into all of those apps individually, you find Hard at Work Show, and you subscribe to it.
Yes.
You rate it,
Uh-huh.
and you review it.
I like where your head's at. And then download every single episode. with
Well, you
that
just
app.
once you've subscribed, you just let it download.
Well, I want them to download the old ones.
Oh, you
too.
want to go back and download? Yeah, do that.
I don't want to miss out on the 200 downloads that we wouldn't get if they didn't go backwards.
God forbid, don't listen to them.
No, absolutely not. Don't start listening until you're firmly in the 60s. Don't listen. But yeah, guys, when we're everywhere. We're on Twitter at Hard at Work Matt, or at Hard at Work Show, at Hard at Work Nick. We're everywhere. We're all over
Office
Facebook.
_artistry. That's my Instagram. It's very off-brand.
Oh,
but
yes, it
if
is.
you like cool art on tiny little sticky notes, that's what I do.
I really like that page. I hate comment on it all the time. Not like actually, but I just say mean things to myself because it's a cooler page than mine. Also, over on Facebook, we have a Hard at Work Show page, and we have a Hard at Work Coworkers page, which is dope because the coworkers get on there, and if you get on there, you'll meet Grant. You'll love it. He's great.
It's worth it just for that.
Other than that, though, go find us on. No, I think that's it. Actually, that's it.
Yeah, we're nowhere else.
No-
Never will be.
I tell you where we're definitely not. Don't go to Google and type in Hard at Work Show. Don't do it. Are you doing it right? Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, guys. Before we sign off, we appreciate everybody listening, but there is one thing I need you to remember, and it's that you're nothing without us. We should probably get back to work. Say you won't go, tell me I can't see. I still don't understand what you mean. So leave, just leave. I need peace, but when I lay down, man, I'm ready to drown. Water over my head, I might as well be dead. Just meet where it said it all be okay. And watch it float away. I don't know what to say, and I'm stuck on delay, cause I can't speak anyway. And the time spent, it was memories made. Every moment was worth it for the smile on your face. I need help, and when I reach out, I want no one else. Fear in my voice as I call to you. It was audible, and it was awful too. Got a hole in my heart, baby, aim and shoot. What you aim to do, this is mine to lose. And these thoughts is harsh, what that mind could do. And I push right through, and you smile right back. Yeah, that feeling is new. Say you won't go, tell me I can't see. I still don't understand what you mean. So leave, just leave. Those memories cut and the scars run deep. For the last 3 months, man, I got no sleep. So leave, just leave. Say you won't go, tell me I can't see. I still don't understand what you mean. So leave, just leave. I need sleep, head to the pillow, man, I'm fighting the sheets. Mud on my boots, right out of reach. I wanna pull you close, but I want you to go.